Breaking news, George Santos is out. The now former Republican congressman from Long Island was expelled from the U.S. House of Representatives less than an hour ago. A special election will now take place. Jody Goldberg is live for us outside his office in Douglaston, Queens, or I should say what used to be his office in Douglaston, with all the details from this morning. Jody, take it away.
Chris, we have a lot to talk about. Well, right now, the awning behind me still says Congressman George Santos, but he's not going to be here anymore. History in the making. This is the first time Congress has expelled a member without a conviction. That's right, and many people thought the vote wouldn't happen, or they were unsure of whether or not it would be passed. That's because this was the third go-around, but at the 11th hour, Congresswoman Stefanik was trying to talk to other members of Congress to sway their vote, but it didn't work. This third go-around, 311 to 113. Santos was expelled. Many people wonder why this go-around they had the votes. Well, it came after the bombshell House Ethics Committee report that accused Santos of breaking federal law. The report revealed they had proof he duped donors and used campaign cash to fund his lavish lifestyle. Now the former congressman also faces a 23 federal count indictment. He was seen leaving without stopping before the speaker gavelled and read the vote this morning. Yesterday he said he wouldn't stand by quietly, but now he has no choice but to leave. This vote is historic as it's the first time Congress expelled a member based on indictments alone. Santos said it would set a terrible precedent, but it was one local lawmakers here on Long Island said needed to happen. We spoke to Representative Anthony D'Esposito, who pushed for the vote, as well as Mark Woolley, Santos's district director, who assured constituents the 6 staffers left would continue helping the public.
And what's more important is we need to make sure that the people of the 3rd Congressional District have representation. And I heard it during the debate yesterday, and I respect my colleague's opinion. But when you say that we need to let the voters decide, I mean, to the point that Mr. Lalota made, the voters did decide, but they didn't decide on someone who the real George Santos is. They voted on someone who was made up, who was fabricated. Quite frankly, it could have been a Disney character because it wasn't real.
All of New York 3's constituents understand that we're still here. The business of serving them on all issues will continue.
And now I just got off the phone with Nasa Woomer, who is Santos's former comms director. We heard from her yesterday. You're going to hear from her again at 5. She said she's relieved, but not so much for herself or the people in Congress, but more so the public, the constituents in his district. Now, what happens next, Chris? As you mentioned, there will be a special election. Governor Hochul taking to Twitter saying she will make it her responsibility to make sure the seat is filled. It typically happens within a 90-day period. First, she'll announce a special election. Parties from both the Democrats and the Republicans will put forward their candidates. An election will be held where someone else will be nominated and fill the seat. Again, as I said, it typically happens within 90 days. Now, as for Santos, he's due back in court on December 12th. We're outside his former office here in Douglaston, Queens. Again, history in the making. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Yeah, quite a day for sure. Jody Goldberg, thank you very much for that. We appreciate it.